Ladies and gentlemen, Golubnichii here, and today I'm going to show you how to set up your first PPE campaign and first website conversion campaign. It works together, and I'm going to show you how exactly I do what I do with my products and my website. Um, so let's start. If you remember the previous video, you're supposed to have at least, let's say, between 100 to 300 keywords with different categories, public figures when it comes to interest groups, if we talk about magazine, nonprofit organizations, because our niche for this example is dogs and labs and pugs. This is uh, how my Facebook page looks like. We would like to focus on celebrities and maybe dog shelters. Anyway, this is not something that I'm gonna do now. Okay, this is not something that I'm gonna go through, not all the keywords, but what I'm gonna work on right now is just helping you to build up your first campaign. It doesn't really matter. Let me just turn the volume on this one. It doesn't really matter how many interest groups you have just for this example, because even if I had 100 different interest groups, it wouldn't matter for the example. But when you start, you should have at least 100 different interest groups, and at least let's say between 5 to 8, at least between 5 to 8 different categories like that. And I already showed you how to find it. It's pretty easy. So let's start. What do we do? So we have two options. First of all, let's say you did your product research, you found a product, you found a video, and now you want to start advertising. How do you want to advertise it? Basically, you have two ways. You can advertise it straight from your Facebook page, which gonna help you to keep it more native. And what do I mean by that? If I'm gonna advertise this ad and I'm gonna make it, I'm just gonna pay for advertising it, you're gonna see a little sponsored here. You won't see the date, you're just gonna see sponsored, but nothing else will change. So when customers will see that, or potential customers will see that, it's gonna be hard for them to understand that this is an ad. Other way that you can do that, you can go to your ads manager or power editor, it doesn't matter, and do it through here. Usually what I like to do, I just like to upload it here and work with that. So what am I doing? I'm just uploading a video. I'm just gonna upload this video, and I already made some sort of an ad copy that works for me. This is the basic formula. Now, what do we do here? First of all, you want to catch your customers or potential customers' attention. So you want to write something like that, put some emojis, oh my God, this product, or if it's a color that, just shines in the dark, or even if it's a cool t-shirt for dog lovers, you can say something like, oh my God, I need this t-shirt. This is absolutely amazing. Here it's going to be a good thing to talk about the description of the product itself and the major benefits. If you have a way of writing down, let's say 2 or 3 benefits for your product, you can do it right here. After that, we're going to share the link. Okay, it's going to be available here. I'm using this emoji, or for instance, if you don't have any emojis, you can just use this type of arrow and just do it like that. And then you're just gonna send them straight to your store. Underneath it, I like to write down some sort of, something that's gonna sell, something like free shipping, 50% off, stuff like that. And of course, at the end, we're gonna ask our potential customer, share this message, share the ad copy, and yada, yada, yada. Okay, guys, so what do? We already uploaded. Now, yes, I didn't work on that for too long. I just grabbed a random video and I found a nice product that I could sell myself if I would still be in this niche, or or at least I would like to try to sell this product. And this is what I would do for my first ad copy. Okay, I'm not gonna write down my store link because the store doesn't exist anymore. But what you want to have here is the link to your store, and then you just publish it. And the post is ready. This is how it's gonna look like. First of all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start getting some engagement to this post, and right away I'm gonna create a website conversion campaign as well. So what do we want to do? We already have a campaign that I've created as an example, but I'm going to start from the beginning and I'm going to do it from scratch. This one will be a dog wallet, right? This is the name. It's going to be PPE. We're going to choose that to be a post engagement. Here we're going to talk about our targeting and of course the video itself, the dog wallet, video 1. I'm writing here video 1 because sometimes you'll have good products that you know that you can sell and you will be able to get some sales from them. And what you would like to do is check different angles. So in this example, I'm using the first video I found, but if I'm going to dig deeper and I'll see there are buyers for this product, I'm pretty sure I can find different videos, and that's why I call it video 1, because in the future I might have more videos for the same product. So I'm just saving this draft. Now, what do we want to do? When it comes to PPE, we want to target, I like to target a large audience, between 500,000 to 1 million people. It doesn't really matter when you start. It doesn't really matter what type of interest groups you pick for that. Let's say that just for the example, we're going to pick these guys down, the public figures. And what do we want to do here is just go down. We're going to talk about placement a little bit later. We're just going to write her name. This is something that I can't find. We already have 120,000 people here, but it's not going to be enough for us as a beginning. Now, we don't know this guy, right? Dr. Marty Becker. Okay, we have no idea who he is. So what I like to do, I like to open another window, especially if you did a poor job like me, if you don't have enough interest groups here and enough keywords here. What I would like to do, I would like to actually check and make sure that this guy is a public figure in the dog niche. And it could be a public figure that's going to talk about dog training and stuff like that. Well, basically, yep. Is it he or she? This person is a public figure. It's going to be good for us. That means that this targeting will be good. We're going to keep it that way. We're on 380. We just want another one. Zach George. Same idea here. We're just going to put it like that. Now, it doesn't find the people, it doesn't find all the groups right here. Usually it's supposed to be on placement number 1. So I won't be able to see that. But we're gonna keep searching. Let's try to find something that's big enough. Dog Today magazine. Cesar Millan. Of course, guys. Cesar Millan is a huge deal for dog lovers. And this targeting will be good. Okay, 1.3 million is very good because it's really broad and you will let Facebook just look for buyers for you. Now, because Cesar Millan is our major targeting keyword, you can say, I want to just check the demographics here just to make sure. We can see that the majority of people that like his page are women. 82% of them are women, and most of them between 25 to 64. So this is how we're going to keep our targeting broad, and we're going to let Facebook figure out where are the buyers. So we're just going to change it 25 to 64. We're going to keep it on women. And of course, you can keep it on all genders just to try to find the buyers. But because 82% of the people that actually like the page are women, I'm just going to keep and stick to women. I found out that women are really, really good targeting. Now, what do I do here? I'm just going to copy and paste the keywords that I've already used, and I'm just gonna put it in this sheet just to make sure. So I'm gonna call this 1 because these are the 3 keywords that we already used, and I'm gonna color them because we don't want to use the same keywords. You can always find new keywords to use. I don't like setting up the same keywords because then your ad sets and the ads will compete, and I don't like doing that. So let's leave it there. United States, nice and easy, nice and easy. We're just gonna change the budget for 10, or even if you want to get some more data, you can change it to you can keep it on $10. That's what I was trying to say. We're gonna start it from 12 a.m. tomorrow, and we're gonna call this group because I want to know what's the targeting on this ad set. I would like to call it public figure 1. Why did I call it public figure 1? Because this is how I called it. I just put 1 because we stacked few interest groups. I could have, by the way, removed these 2 and just keep Caesar Milan, and then I would put in the headline Caesar Milan. Now it's a PPE ad. We target United States in this case, and our age group is gonna be that. The placement, I like to do mobile because the clicks are a little bit better on mobile, and I like to retarget them on desktop and use all devices. But when it comes to placement, I'm just gonna remove that. I don't use usually audience network. I will use Instagram for this PPE and instant articles. We don't like that. Post engagement, automatic. We're not gonna touch anything here. And what we're gonna do in the ad, we're just gonna edit it. Now, because I chose Instagram, you're gonna see that we're gonna have an error because I didn't choose an Instagram page here. But this is something that you totally should do. And if you upload it from your page, you can see that my page is linked to this account. I can just pick the first thing that the first post on that page, the most recent post, and you're gonna see that. Now, the reason we don't see it is because of my ad blocker. So let me just, it does that sometimes. So this is how it's gonna look like, guys. This is how it's supposed to look like. We're just gonna add a button. The button that I like to add is this. Here you're gonna just write down your store.com, collections, blah blah blah, and it's gonna be the long link. You can actually put it here, and you're gonna see a little shop now button that appears right there. We're not gonna touch the caption. We want Facebook pixel to track it, so we want to turn it on. Now my pixel isn't active because I haven't been using it for the last I don't know, 12 months, so it's not active. But if your pixel, if you already have some data on it, at least a page view after you set up the pixel, if you go on your website and you just scroll through the website and go through different product pages, this pixel is supposed to be active, and this button is supposed to be, instead of gray, it's supposed to be green. So we're just going to review draft items. I'm going to close now because I don't actually want to upload it, but you want to upload it. And of course, the problem we have here is the Instagram, because no Instagram account is linked to my Facebook account. So Facebook tells me if you want to advertise on Instagram, you should link your account. In this case, because I don't have one already, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so we already created the PPE ad that actually gonna, there it is, a PPE ad that actually connected to this ad, and it's gonna try to find people to engage with this post, to like it, to share it, to comment on it, watch this video. This is the first thing that I like to do, $5 to $10, just to see if we have a potential. Now, if you are not sure about the product, let's say when you did your product research, you don't even know if it's gonna sell, I wouldn't spend $10, I would spend 5, and I would let it run for something like a week and see what type of engagements we get. Now, the basic rule of engagement, you want a good ratio between likes to shares. And a good ratio would be 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 1 to 1 is amazing. Anything that's between 1 to 1 to, let's say, 3 to 1 is a good ratio between likes to shares. The same thing between comments to shares. Closer the numbers, better it is. And of course, the engagement itself should be around 1 cent. Okay, so when you're gonna have an active account, you're gonna see how much in average, and you're gonna see it here in the results section, how much in average you spend to get one engagement, and it's supposed to be the most 1 cent. If you're paying more than 1 cent, that means that it's not that relevant. But again, if your Facebook pixel is new and if this is a new account, just let it run and try to find the buyers. Now I picked not an expensive product. This product is pretty cheap. You can sell it. I'm pretty sure you can find it on AliExpress for like $3 or $5 and resell it for, let's say, $15 just to get the traction, just to find the buyers. You can do it even free plus shipping, even though in this case, if I would go with that, I wouldn't do free plus shipping, but you absolutely can do that. Now, let's create the other campaign. The other campaign would be the same name, the dog wallet, but in this case, it's going to be website conversion. We're just going to set it up to conversion. Here we're going to target and the same name because we use the same video 1. We're just going to save it to draft and we're going to go deeper. Basically, this doesn't change. The targeting is going to be a little bit different, but nothing else changes much. Okay, we're just going to edit it here. Go inside. Now we're going to set up a conversion. What type of conversion are we looking for? I like to start with add to cart, especially if the pixel is new. Of course, it's red because we haven't, the pixel hasn't fired up for the last 6 months, so you see it's in red. But basically, once you're gonna have the first add to cart that's gonna fixate with Facebook, and Facebook could find it in your system, it will become green. So don't worry about the colors. Here, I would like to start at least with $5 because you're testing the product and you want to get as much information as possible. And I would like to create few ad sets like that. Of course, because it's 2 p.m., we're not going to start it from now. We're going to start it from tomorrow. We're going to set it up for tomorrow. The targeting, we're going to touch it a little bit later. The ages and the gender and stuff. But let's just talk about the targeting. Remember, we started doing the magazines. Once you're going to have many different categories, you can do it kind of randomly. You know, pick few groups from here and make an ad set. Pick few groups from celebrities, from like dog celebrities, like Doug the Pug. Doug the Pug, yeah, it's the name of him. Doug the Pug, if I remember correctly. It's celebrity dog shelters. You have dog shelters all across the United States. You can stack them up together. And when it comes to website conversion, you want to have a reach of at least 300,000 people, at least. 1 million is okay, but the ideal for me is this. When we're talking about reach, this is the reach that we want to get. So if we're gonna have one group here that can give us between 300 to 500,000 people, that's going to be great. If not, we're just going to stack up some interest together just to get to this nice number. Okay, so let's go back here. If I'm not mistaken, it's modern dog. Yes, wonderful. You can see 48,000, sorry, almost 100,000. Okay, and Dog Today magazine. Well, it's almost 300,000. It's gonna be really good. We have all these magazines. We're gonna group them up. This is the first. Bark is the one as well. And what do we have here? Dog Today magazine. That Dog Today magazine. Okay, so We're just gonna put it like that. Magazines 1, this is gonna be our group. And of course, if you really want to be safe with that, we would like to check where our buyers in terms of age and gender. So we're just gonna copy it. Just gonna stack them together there and see what we get. Okay, so 84% of them are women, 25 to 64 is the 15% rule, as long as the percentage is higher than 15, 1-5, of course, not 5-0. If it's higher than 15%, we're gonna target it. So between 25 to 64, just like we did with the PPE ad. So let's go here to the targeting. 25 to 64, nice and easy. It's gonna be women. You can actually write it down. USA. You can write down women. 21. Sorry. This is gonna be the targeting. Now we're gonna go down to placement. Now when it comes to website conversion, what I like to do, I don't like to use Instagram. I like to use Instagram for PPE ads, but not for website conversions. Even though Facebook tells you that it's really good for us to target the people on Instagram as well, I found out that just the clicks are going to be too expensive, so we're not going to touch the Instagram as we start. We can always expand on it a little bit later. I'm not touching the audience insight, and I don't touch the messages. So basically, it's just Facebook without audience network, without anything, and it's on mobile, okay? Because we're going to get the cheapest clicks there. Now, what are we aiming for? This is pretty important. Most of the people don't talk about it. We're aiming for conversions. You can change that, but because we want to aim for conversions, we're gonna keep it that way. What type of conversions? Add to cart. So we tell on Facebook, try to find people that liked either one of these 3 groups on Facebook, 3 magazines for dogs. Try to find people that most probably gonna add to cart this product. Okay, this is the easiest way to explain that. Now let's just put it back there. Wonderful. Let's go back here. Now the conversion window is pretty important. Okay, the conversion window would be how can I explain it in an easy way? Rule of thumb: when you're testing products, start with 1-day conversion, because you want to tell Facebook to optimize your ad on a daily basis, even though it's not enough data that Facebook will get. No way that you will get more than 50 add to carts every day, because that's what we're actually doing. We tell on Facebook every day, go and see what type of people clicked on our ad, what type of people went and tried to add to cart and maybe purchased. Go through all the data you got on the daily basis and try to optimize my ad set according to that. Now, the minimum amount of conversions we would like to have is going to be 50. That's what Facebook says. So you can guess that when you spend $5 on one ad set, the chances of you to get 50 conversions the same day are slim to none. They're really, really low. But anyway, we're just going to keep it on 1 day. When you already have a winning product, when you want to test your campaign, and when you're going to have some lookalikes and you want to optimize the ad sets, you can change that to 7 days, because you're going to tell Facebook, look at the window of, 7-day window, try to see all the add to carts that happened during that time. And I hope that during 7 days, you're going to have those 50 conversions you're looking for, because in 7 days, the chances are higher than in 1 day. So when you're going to have a winning product, when you already have it, you can change the conversion window. But now we're just going to keep it on 1 day. It's pretty important, and we want to write it down. Now, we're going to write down mobile, because we like to write down everything in our header here. And last but not least, it's going to be 1 day conversion. And what type of a conversion? It's going to be add to cart. So this is the basic way of me writing down everything I need to know about the ad set. So imagine yourself having like 100 different ad sets here. And instead of going into each ad set, you can see here the targeting, you can see what type of ad set it is, what type of conversion window it is. And it's pretty simple, it's pretty easy for us to get that. Now, when it comes to the ad, we're just gonna do the same thing we've done before. We're gonna use an existing ad and we're gonna use it here, the most recent post that we uploaded on our page, and this is how it's gonna look like. If you do it directly from your page, if you already uploaded something to your page like that, you can see it doesn't really look like an ad because it seems like somebody actually shared it, right? Now, if you're gonna create a new ad and you would like to upload a video or upload an image, it's gonna look a little bit more like a commercial. It's gonna look a little bit more like an ad. So I would like to start with this. Of course, you want your Facebook pixel to track it. Again, you cannot track it because you haven't had anything. I didn't have anything going on with this pixel for the last 12 months, but basically this is supposed to be green. You just review the draft items and you go from there. Now, if this is a new product, which it is, by the way, if this is a new product that you want to test, my rule of thumb is to go after you set up absolutely everything, go and duplicate it 3 times and create 3 more ad sets like that. All of them are going to be add to cart. The only thing that's going to change here is the targeting itself. So we already used these 3 interest groups, these 3 keywords, if you want to call it. So the next one would be this. I'm not going to go through all of that because it's absolutely the same. We're just going to do the same thing I've done before. If you want, 200,000 people is enough, but if you want, you can add some other magazine just to make sure. This will be wonderful. And the same thing, you find it here, you just call it 2. In the header, you're just gonna change it to magazine 2, and this is gonna be our targeting here. You don't have to start with magazines, by the way. You can do it with any other interest groups, with any other category. You can start with dog shelters or the celebrities in your niche or the nonprofit organizations. You can do one from here, create one ad set from the magazine, one ad set for the non-profitable organizations, one from celebrities, one from dog shelters, and in total you're gonna have 4 ad sets. So just in summary, what do we have here in terms of campaign? Okay, so let's just avoid these 2 and let's just talk about the dog wallet. Now the PPE is for $10 if you remember, and the dog wallet is for $20 because you have 4 ad sets and each one of the ad sets is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are these 2. So this ad set is a PPE ad set for $10 a day. This one is for 5. So in total, you'll be spending $30 for testing. How long do you want to run it for? You want to run it for at least 5 days because you want to get as much data as possible. And then you're going to read the data and decide if this product is good or not. You will be able to see if the product is good. It's easy to see it early. First, what you need to anticipate when you try to break it down is the CPM is going to be a little bit higher than what it usually is, and the click cost will be higher as well. But as you go up the 2nd day, the 3rd day, and the 4th day, you're going to see that the CPMs drop down and hopefully are going to be lower than $10 because CPMs are how much you need to pay to reach 1,000 people, 1,000 impressions. So you want your CPMs be under $10. The CPC, how much you pay per click, you want it to be less than $1. And this is a good indication to know if you actually have something in your hands, because if you pay $2 per click, just to get somebody to see your product page, this is way too expensive. So you want to get it less than $1. And last but not least, the CTR, the click-through rate. What's the percentage of the people that see your ad and click through it? You want to keep it above 1%. The average would be, let's say, between 1 to 2% if your ad is good. If your ad is wonderful and something is really working about the ad copy itself, it could even be somewhere around 4% and 5%, the general CTR. So these are the rules that you want to stick to, guys. It's really, really simple. The secret here is just keep going and keep testing different products until you find the right product that gives you the data. How many products you need to check? It's part of it, it's luck, part of it is the product research you do. It's not hard to do the product research, by the way, but just make sure that you don't stop. Make sure you always test new products, because once you find the winner, then you start to make money. Because 90% of the times you'll be losing money. You'll be losing money because you'll be trying to find the product. But once you're gonna get it, the 10% of the time you'll be making money, you'll make way more money than anything that you ever lost before. This is something I promise you if you're gonna do it the right way. So this is it, guys. This is pretty easy. This is how I like to set it up. If you have additional questions, you can always comment in the comments. Of course, if you like this video, just, thumbs up, share this video. If you didn't like it, tell me what I can improve, okay? If you just want to be a fucking hater and tell me this is shit and it doesn't work, well, Yupti fucking do. I don't have anything to say to you. But if you want me to improve and do it in a different way, please write it down so I can provide the best value I possibly can. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. My name is Nick Golubnichii. Stay tuned. I don't even know how to pronounce my last name, right? Stay tuned, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.